What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pleeka. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about Arrow Season 6, Episode 18, Fundamentals.
If I get Diaz, this is all done.
You can't go there alone.
All of you have made it clear that you don't want anything to do with me.
What is wrong with you? I think we should take some space, Oliver.
What?
This is gonna be fun.
Arrow, all new this Thursday at
So the episode opens up, which is actually really cool. It opens up with the end of the episode, and Arrow in his Season 1 outfit is killing all of Richard Dragon's cops inside SCPD.
Yeah, he wasn't fucking around.
Yeah, that was a real cool opening. I kind of could have saw it again at the end. Because
I thought they were
they're
gonna
going to,
show
but they
it.
just showed all the dead
Yeah.
bodies. But that was really, really cool. And like for the whole episode, I was wondering why he's gonna get into a Season 1 outfit, and then it kind of made sense in the end. But then we get 10 hours earlier, and Felicity finds out that every night at 10:13, Richard Dragon shows up at SCPD because like the cameras get all shitty there. So then Oliver's like, okay, well I'll just go there and get him. And she's like, no,
Yeah.
you can't do it. He's like, why not? We're trying to get him, and you told me exactly where he's at this night every single night.
Yeah, it's a hard argument to make.
Yeah.
against it.
Like, I think even if he went and told like Curtis and shit like that, they'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, let's go, let's get him.
Yeah, he shouldn't go do it on his own.
Yeah, by himself, but I think it made for a good story of them doing that.
Yeah.
So Oliver loses it at his house, which we later find out was because of vertigo, and he has an argument with Felicity, and then fake Felicity, which we didn't know until like the end of the
Yeah.
episode, shows up and breaks up with him. Which I was with Lance, and he said, I was like, oh, that doesn't sound like Felicity. And then
Well,
like,
yeah,
and
I
it
thought
made
it
you
was like,
wonder.
guys, she was overreacting.
Yeah, and even he was like, oh, she'll get over it, whatever. So like when Lance was at that couch, I was like, oh, I don't know, it was weird. But
Yeah,
like,
I didn't until they came home with the little second place thing, and like
yeah,
I didn't realize.
and she's like buying something expensive. I was like, oh, so maybe he's hallucinating that too.
yeah.
But then I really liked Quentin and Oliver's talk in the Arrow Cave, like when they were having the heart to heart in the cave, and he's like, everybody left me. He's like, yeah, but I've seen you, from the hood to become Green Arrow and all that.
And he still beat the shit out of him at the end.
That was funny. He just like bitch slaps him with his bow at the end.
Yeah, that was fucking.
And then funny, he's like, oh, he packs a punch still.
He's like the only one that like stuck up for him this episode. Wow, I mean everyone else was fake, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy, like the journey they've been through, like how Lance is on his side now.
Yeah.
Like going back, watch like Season 1, like it's a completely different. They're both like completely different characters almost.
Yeah.
So the Arrow versus Prometheus fight was I really liked it. That was pretty sweet. He like just opens up the elevator and shoots them and all. They're fighting each
Yeah.
other, and then I think this was just another Easter egg to the first season. Arrow or Oliver, whoever, snaps Prometheus's neck just like he does in the pilot episode, which I thought was kind of neat. I
Yeah,
caught that. You
did
didn't really
not
catch
know
that.
No.
It just because like the way he did it, and it probably helps because I made a kill count of that.
Yeah.
But it totally was the exact same way. Like when he's like, I can't have anybody else know my identity, and then like snaps the guy's neck.
I remember that now that you say it, but I would have never caught it.
And then Oliver finds out that he's been dosed with vertigo, and he goes to leave the Arrow Cave, and then ends up in the Queen Mansion, and then Earth One Laurel's there.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool seeing all that. Like we haven't been back at that house in forever.
I thought his parents were going to show up for a second.
I did too. I know his dad was supposed to his dad's supposed to be one of these come up episodes. I thought it was
Oh,
gonna be
really?
this, so maybe it's a flashback in another one or something.
Oh, maybe.
But there's supposed to be like a lot of recurring people from season, because it seems like it's kind of going back to
Like
season
having
1.
a Laurel flashback, it's like, well,
She's in it every week, so it
Yeah.
didn't mean much.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for that she had a different wig on. Then we got to see her. I liked when they were in the hospital and she's arguing, and then all of a sudden, fucking not Team Arrow or whatever shows up, and he's like, "This isn't real," and just walks out. I like that part. And then he gets stabbed by Richard Dragon.
Yeah.
I liked it. There was a lot of good like conversations in this episode.
No, it was cool because they could do a lot of things that they can't do if those people are real.
Yeah, and then he's like, "I don't get why no one just walks in here and stabs you."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that. The fake him has done more than the real Richard Dragon has done.
Yeah, everything he does is off camera.
Yeah,
Like, or
he-
off everything.
He's almost the coolest villain, but he doesn't. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like he has the potential of being so cool, but he doesn't
He
do.
literally hasn't done anything to be cool yet, except kill. What's his name?
Yeah, that was a cool scene, but
Yeah.
that was like fucking a month
I
ago.
mean, he has everybody on his payroll, so he doesn't really have to do anything. But it'd
Yeah.
been nice to see him get people on his payroll or whatever.
we didn't get to see him achieve it. He just had it.
Like when did he start paying these fucks? Like
As soon as he killed the guy off camera.
yeah, it was like. But
um.
Prometheus I can't say his name.
Prometheus.
Yeah, thank you.
Prometheus is my favorite villain of the show.
I knew that, so I figured you'd love this episode.
Yeah, I liked because there's a couple parts where like when he's talking to Lance and he's just sitting on the couch like tapping his leg on the floor, like he's just in the background. Like it was really cool.
Yeah, like he's sitting on the couch with a smirk on his face. It was cool having him back for an episode like that, even though it was fake.
I kind of forgot that this is the episode he was gonna be in until they showed him in the flashback shoot himself in the head. I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
Oh, I didn't even see
Like
that.
in the previously on they showed it. So I was like, oh yeah, this has got to be the
I just
one.
didn't even pay attention, I guess.
But so Oliver wakes up in the Arrow Cave after all that, and then he's confronted by the Hood, which that was another really cool scene.
Oh, when he confronted himself?
Yeah, it was like the Hood versus Arrow kind of, and he's like, there's never supposed to be a Diggle, never supposed to be a Felicity, never supposed to be a Team Arrow. So then that kind of pushes Oliver almost to go solo.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, like, I get where if he has other people involved, he's gonna have to he can get in more trouble.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a Felicity at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I feel like it's almost gonna be in a way that there's like a Batman where and when he's Bruce Wayne, he's hanging out with these people, but then when he's Batman, he's just doing the mission by himself.
yeah, man.
But I feel like that's only gonna last maybe 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
But it's really cool because it's totally back to.
I'm glad he got impeached.
Yeah, me too. Because I liked his mayor stuff, but the way it's been going, it's been kind of lame.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, oh, is he the Green Arrow or is he Oliver Queen? The mayor's corrupt. So it's just like, who cares?
Yeah.
But yes, I think I like the way they're heading this season.
Yeah, and it's cool that that promotes Lance.
Yeah, because he hasn't gotten to do much. Like I like this episode a lot too, because I really like Lance, and he hasn't really got to do much this season.
Yeah, he was in this one a lot.
Yeah, it was basically all the good people in Arrow in this episode. We got Oliver, Lance, Prometheus. We got even Felicity, because she wasn't like nagging Oliver. That's when she's like the most annoying. She's hanging out with William. Like it was a lot of the good parts of Arrow.
Yeah.
Gives the evidence to the people that like trying to impeach him, and they're like, "Oh, how'd you get that evidence?" And he's like, "Oh, the Arrow gave it to me."
He should have said Batman.
I don't think that would have worked.
Yeah.
He had to drop that reference earlier. But yeah, he says that, and then Lance is like, "Oh, you still got that vertigo, and you just go back to the Arrow Cave."
Yeah.
So then I like that. And then Prometheus talks him into going and attacking SCPD right after that.
It's funny that Prometheus can say all this shit, but then he can have a good idea to have him go. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
no, what you're saying is wrong. Oh, but that's a good idea. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's because I think he's arguing with him, but like in the end he knows. Oh, this is my thoughts.
Yeah, that's true.
So like he's arguing with himself.
That
so
would be hard to show.
Yeah. So then Felicity sees that the tracker on Oliver is moving, and she calls Quentin for help, and then Oliver attacks SCPD. That's when he smacks Quentin.
He was a lot of help.
This is the part I actually didn't really like, is that Felicity talked about him fighting Richard Dragon. Because, I mean, it couldn't have ended well.
Right.
But I really wanted to see them fight a little bit.
They weren't going to fight, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. They're just going to kill Arrow.
Like 20 cops there.
Yeah, I just wanted him to go like full badass and kill everybody, but that couldn't have happened. But that's just what I was hoping for. But yeah, so she talks him out of that, and then Arrow gets impeached. Lance is now the mayor, and Oliver wants to be solo Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if you'll have Orlando Calrissian.
I doubt that.
Oh.
It'll be interesting, like what they do with the other people now, the other characters. Now that Oliver is gonna be by himself, like out in the field. How are they gonna do all this?
Okay, so humor me. He goes after Richard Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
He gets hurt, and then they all come back and say, "Oliver, you can't do this on your own." And then there's Team Arrow again.
Do you think that's what's gonna happen?
Kinda.
I hope that's not the way, 'cause that'd be real bad. I know there's an episode coming up soon, which will kind of make up for him. Like, I bet maybe he's like this until the finale, and then they all get together in the finale and get the guy or whatever.
And sing the
But I know there's an episode coming up that only the villains are in.
Oh, really?
Like, it's only Richard Dragon and Laurel and probably can't think of his name, the Russian dude.
Yeah.
So like that'll make up for not being boring him by himself.
Oh, right.
Because it's episode 18, so we only have a few left.
Yeah, there's 6 left.
Yeah. So I think he'll be solo until either the last or second to last episode, because then we'll have that one where he's not even in the episode.
Yeah.
And I did see Stephen Amell either tweeted or did a Facebook Live. He said that one of the last episodes he filmed has been the first time since season 1 that he's in every single scene of the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
the way he said it's kind of like, yeah, it's good to be back, like, because there's been so many characters in the show. It's almost like he was like not the main character in a show.
Well,
How the season's been
yeah,
going,
I gotcha, yeah.
at least in the beginning of this season.
Yeah.
But I really liked tonight's episode,
I liked it.
and
It
I'm
was-
looking
it
forward
was
to see.
entertaining.
I'm looking forward to see where the season goes.
Except for the impeachment and Lance becoming mayor, it didn't do a whole lot to push the story forward.
Yeah, it was mostly just like a fun little get in Oliver's head episode.
Yeah, but like I said before too, is like you can't show him fight bad guys and get in an argument with himself if that doesn't
Yeah,
happen.
this is kind of like when Flash is inside the Speed Force and like learns about himself. This was
Yeah.
that for Oliver.
Yeah, kind of.
But all right, so that's it for this review of Arrow. We'll be back next Thursday with another review of Arrow. Go check out our Black Lightning and Flash reviews we did this week as well. If you haven't, like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.